stay safe, and save lives.
Stay home, stay safe, and stay alive.
So guys, remember, stay home, stay safe, and save lives.
Hello and welcome back to Kizly News. Today we have another special episode for you guys. Joining us in a Zoom call is somebody who is actually in the music industry and a banker, Minister Calvis Hammond. Hello, how are you today?
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good, well. Yeah. So can you please introduce yourself to our audience so they can get to know a little bit more about you?
Okay, my name is Calvis Hammond. I work in a bank as a business intelligence analyst, and I also minister through songs over here in Ghana and elsewhere.
So as we're still in a pandemic, how has the pandemic affected your day-to-day life?
There's a there's a very sharp shift. First of all, work has changed a bit. We are running shifts. We are doing a couple of weeks in, a couple of weeks from home. Some are working from home, a few people in the office, and we keep just rotating like that. So that's a bit new for me. Then the children are home like constantly, so that's another job to deal with. Yeah, I have 3 kids at home constantly, and then in terms of ministry, yes, for now, apart from doing a few things online and all that, you are limited as to what you can do. Um, you don't even get to rehearse and all that and have practice and all that. We get a few opportunities to do virtual concerts or get online and just spend time with your followers and for me, I've been busy with releasing a song, so that has also taken a bit of my time. Yeah, so there's a whole lot of difference. Everything is changed in a couple of months. In just about 2 months, everything is changed, and we are always adjusting to what they call the new normal.
Yeah. So how is the situation in Ghana? How are people taking it?
Ah, it's a tough one here. It's a tough one here. There are a lot of people who are aware, and you also have those people who still don't believe that there's anything like that. They think somebody is just forcing some kind of narrative. But a lot of people are trying to abide by the precautions as set by the government. The usual: so wash your hands, social distancing, wear your mask. And now they've enforced the wearing of masks, so you have to always. For my office, if you're not wearing a mask, you can't enter. So these are some of the precautions they put in place. I mean, for most of the workplaces, for most of the public spaces, it's quite a serious thing that there are a set of rules that you have to abide by. So by and by, we are getting there. It's not, of course, it's not like the situation in the US. As at the last count today, we are looking at about 8,000 cases. 8,000 cases, out of which a little over 3,000 have recovered. So we still have about 5,000 active cases, but most of these are, asymptomatic. So it's just a matter of time. They need to be tested about 2 more times to be negative for 2 more times. Then they are declared recovered. So we are just, hoping and praying that all this will be over soon. While doing that, we are also taking all the precautions that we can.
Yeah. So, how is the pandemic affecting your day-to-day job as a banker and as a musician?
As a banker, yes, like I said, in our environment, in our workplace, I mean, there's a lot of precautions there that you have to abide by. So things have changed, things have shifted a bit. Even if you forget, once you get to the office, there's a security man there with the temperature thing. You just to take your temperature and also to make sure you use sanitizers and all that. So once you get there, you just remind yourself of everything that you are supposed to do. And of course, in terms of transactions, yes, there's some shift there because people will not be transacting as much as they should. At the same time, people will be using a lot of the digital channels, the mobile apps and all those other alternative channels that we have. Well, so largely there's some kind of difference, and you can always feel it. So that's on the work side. And on the ministry side, I've been home. We've been home. We had a couple of weeks in lockdown, and I think that largely the government has tried to do the right things at the right time. So some of the interventions have been very good. So we're a bit confident that it's being handled well. So I'm just hoping that everything goes away soon. Then we can go out there and minister and do our outreaches and everything else. But now, in the meantime, we are mostly online. We are still singing to people. We are still ministering to people. And like I said, I have been blessed with a song that I just released this week. So I've been quite busy with that. And I mean, by the grace of God, it's reaching people all over the world. And I'm excited about it.
Speaking of your music, can you please tell our audience what type of music you do?
What type of music do I do? That's always a difficult question because I mean, by God's grace, God has blessed me with a very dynamic flow, and uh, most of my songs are very diverse. Most of my songs, almost all my songs are different from each other. But I do a bit more, R&B like songs and a bit of reggae. But I'm a worshiper. I do more worship songs. You know, all the kinds of music I do is based on my life experiences and the kind of music I was listening to as I was growing up. So I have several influences from reggae to high life to R&B to funk to soul. I've been blessed with all those various styles. So when you listen to some of my songs, like Lalahi, it's like a traditional a traditional kind of song, fused with some jazz. I have Franco Jam, which is like the francophone zouk kind of thing. There's God is Able, which is more like R&B. There's No Rock Like Our God, which is like the hill song, kind of thing. I have a song called Love Relentless, which is like a reggae. And then I have this one, We Need You, which is more worshipful, which is more solemn.
So, has the pandemic in any way affected your music content and maybe productions or promotions?
Not exactly. In terms of content, not exactly. Maybe the pandemic, directed the song that I've released now because it's like a song "We Need You" that is, a cry to God, which is like more fit for a time like this. So yes, that must have advised the choice of releasing that song in such a season. In terms of promotions, yes, because you are limited. You can't move around much for interviews and to the radio stations, TV stations, and all that. So you need to rely a bit more on social media. So yeah, in terms of promotion, that's how it affects it. But we are also trying our best to use social media to the best of our advantage, and it's going well.
So actually, I remember when I was a little kid, I used to run around backstage. I used to watch you perform on stage, and I remember you used to be the music
Yeah.
director of a group called Joyful Way. So can you tell our audience a little bit about what you used to do with that group?
Joyful Way Incorporated is a group in Ghana. It's a music ministry. Because apart from singing, we do a lot of things, a lot of outreaches, evangelism and all that. And we focus on the youth mainly. And Joyful Incorporated was formed in 1972, which is about 40 something years ago. I mean, before I was born. And I was privileged to join this group when I entered the university. So I've been a member for almost 20 years, and I was blessed to be the music director for 8 years. It was exciting because in Joyful Way, I learned a lot, and Joyful Way more like shaped my music ministry. It shaped what I think about in terms of ministry, in terms of song, ministrations and all that. It's hugely influenced by my experience from Joyful Way. And the good thing is I got a lot of people to learn um, from the leaders we had at that point. But I came in as a young guy. We already had people who are, bankers and lawyers and doctors and all that. So aside the singing, it's also helped me in the way because I'm in the corporate world and I look up to these people, how they do ministry, how they go to their work and still do ministry. And there are a lot of things to learn, how they manage their family, how they handle their marriages and all that. So it's like a whole institution for me to learn and to grow and to develop. I mean, apart from singing, which was very good.
So one thing we keep talking about is your new single, We Need You. It came out a couple of days ago. And can you please tell our audience a little bit about that song and maybe what inspired you?
We Need You is a song that's written by three of us: myself, my wife, Kate Nanesi Hammond, and a colleague at work called Emmanuel Nuchuklo. Um, the interesting thing is the song came from two different sources, one from my colleague at work and then from my wife. My wife composed her part like 8 years ago, and this friend of mine got his like 2 years ago, and somehow both of them just, came together and worked so perfectly. We Need You talks about the sovereignty of God, that God is sovereign and he's living, and we acknowledge that he's the source of everything we do. He's the source of our strength. He's the source of anything we have, anything we do, and we totally depend on him. So it is our daily cry to God. We need you, Lord, fill us, Lord, quench our thirst. We just come before him on a daily basis to pour out, our vulnerabilities before him and just say, Lord, fill us. Lord, we need you. Be with us because we believe that, he is the one who leads us. He is the one who guides us. And once he is in control, we have no issue because he is able to do exceedingly beyond what we can imagine or think.
Right, and this song really fits what we're going through in these times. So it's a great time for that song to come out.
Yes, it is.
So where can our viewers find your song?
The song is on all digital platforms, all of them, from Apple Music to iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, Google Play, Deezer, Amazon, and on YouTube. Yeah, we have a lyric video on YouTube, which is so wonderful, which is blessing people all over the place. So just go or just Google Calvis Hammond, We Need You, and you see the various channels from which you can get the song. And you can also follow my social media handles. It's Calvis Hammond for Twitter, the same thing for Facebook, the same thing for Instagram. Yep. So just follow my channels and you get more information, more details about the song and where to get them.
Okay, well, make sure we put all of that, what he just said, down below in the description. So make sure to go check it out. So as we're nearing the end of our interview, can you actually give us a little teaser, maybe like a cappella of your new single or just any song that you've done?
Okay, let me do the new one because that's the one we are talking about now. Okay, so it goes like this. I cannot move, Lord, until you speak to me. I cannot speak, Lord, unless it is your word. You are all, you're all, my sovereign living God. You are all, you're everything. So we need you, precious Jesus. We need you in our life today. That's it.
Great. Make sure to go check out his new single, We Need You. The link will be down below in the description once again. Thank you so much. That was amazing. You have a beautiful voice.
Thank you.
So, is there any advice you would like to give to anybody who wants to follow in your footsteps and maybe join the music industry?
Advice. Okay, all I would say is, music ministry is not a joke. It's not for playing. It's serious stuff. It's serious business because for us, the key thing is to glorify God, to glorify our Maker, and also to minister to people. Minister to people's needs. Bring to bring healing, to bring deliverance, to turn lives around. So it's a very serious ministry. So the most important thing is to make sure that our relationship with God is sorted out. It's top notch. We need to constantly be with the Lord. That's the first thing. Then we should take our time to learn. There's so much. There's so much to learn in these days. We have so much information out there, on YouTube and others that you can learn, how to sing and all that. So let's take our time, because if we say our voice or we say our music is our instruments, then we need to take good care of them and train and develop and make sure that we are doing the right thing to be a blessing to people who listen to us.
So one thing we always like to give our guests a chance to send any wishes to any loved ones, family, or friends. Is there anybody you'd like to send a wish to?
Oh, yes. Well, first of all, to my family, to my wife, and to my kids, because they are my number one support. I do some of the things I do because they are there. A tough one out there, going to work, doing a full day job, and then doing the music as well. So it's a tough one. So to my family, to my wife Kate, Calvis Hammond, and my kids Jody, Lenny, Kathy, they are my number one fans. They support me a lot. And then to all the Harmony team. Harmony is my management team. Harmony Music. I send them my best wishes. Then my ministry partners out there, and anybody else who is watching. I mean, hello. And God bless you all.
Right. So on our channel, since we're still going through the pandemic, we have this phrase that we like our guests to say. Stay home, stay safe, help save lives. Can you please say that for us?
Okay. So everybody, stay home, stay safe, and help save lives.
So thank you for joining us in this Zoom call. We really appreciate you being here, and we hope to see you soon. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for watching this episode of Kids News. We hope you enjoyed it. For more videos like this, make sure to hit the subscribe button, the like button, and that notification bell. Make sure to check out Kids News Instagram account at Kids News. The link will be down below in the description. Make sure to also check out Minister Calvis Hammond's new single, We Need You. And for your social media, where will they find you at?
Calvis Hammond on Facebook, Calvis Hammond on Twitter, Calvis Hammond on Instagram.
So make sure to go check them out. The links will be down below in the description. Thanks for watching this episode of Kids News. We hope you enjoyed it, and we hope to see you in the next one. Bye. And thank you so much for being here. We hope you have a great day.
Thanks for having me.
When I think of tomorrow, every fear is wiped away, 'cause I know my help comes from you.